Coming up on Mississippi Roads, we go to Clarksdale for the Paint the Town project with artists from Columbia. Visit the Magnolia Grove Buddhist Monastery and join the fun at the Holly Fest. All that coming up now on Mississippi Roads.
Down Mississippi Road. Mississippi Road.
Well, hi, welcome to Mississippi Roads. I'm your host, Walt Grayson. This week, we're coming to you from the Hindu Temple Society of Mississippi in Brandon. Now, Mississippi Roads has visited here before to explore the uniqueness and the beauty of this place. But today we're here because this is the perfect spot from which to host a show about the international cultural influences on Mississippi. And that's what the show is all about. The world comes to Mississippi, not only from visitors coming here, but also people who've come here and chosen to make Mississippi their home. And first up, we're going to join up with a group of visitors from Columbia. Not Columbia, Mississippi, but Columbia, South America, as they take their artistic talent to Clarksdale.
I'm Eric Stone. I'm a writer and photographer. I first went to Bogota, Colombia to escape Christmas with relatives in the US and was taken by the massive amount and variety of street art in the city. It was fantastic. Everything from enormous multi-story buildings covered with beautiful murals to very intriguing little things that were abstract and you weren't quite sure what they were, but they caught your attention in ways. And also the interplay between the street art and the life of the city itself, the way the people interacted with it. Taxi drivers I met who would find their way around the city geographically by knowing what was painted where and things like that. And also found some neighborhoods that had been very, very poor neighborhoods that began to clean up and people take more pride in the neighborhood because of the art that was appearing on the walls. And we started discussing whether or not something like that would fly in Clarksdale, or if the city could in some way be enhanced or benefit from some street art.
We already have tourists that come here for the blues, and what we're trying to do is add attractions to that, or sort of layer that and give them something else to do. And for instance, these people that are here now from Sweden, hopefully they would take their time to walk around town. So this is an example of a really good project that's Clarksdale Revitalization has funded.
And we got enough money to bring 4 of the artists from Bogota up to Clarksdale to paint walls and do a workshop with local kids in one of the after-school programs, do a night of Latin dance music, one night each of the 2 weeks they'll be here, and hopefully work with local artists on the project and stimulate the arts in general in the area.
I think it's cool. We like to do that because it's a way to get closer to the people, and also the people get closer to this public space.
I've been out here doing just the grunt work for these fabulous artists, you know, just doing whatever it is they need me to do.
I wasn't going to miss the opportunity to learn from people who are experts at this is what they do, this is what they've been practicing, and you know, it's what they do for a livelihood.
Right now we're trying to fix this small cracks in the wall because we want to get the better surface we can get. Then we're gonna do the sketches And after the sketches, we're gonna start filling colors and then details.
Pues cuando nos enteramos que veníamos a Clarksdale.
When I knew we were coming here, I started learning about the city and the blues culture. I like the music and Howlin' Wolf, the musician, so that's why I decided to make a Howlin' Wolf with a harmonica in his mouth.
Entonces hay un artista.
Trato siempre de pintar mujeres que se
I always try to paint females because I want to empower them. I want to make the female a lot stronger because in Colombia, everyone thinks the men are better than women. I like to give them the power they deserve.
Well, I was inspired in cartoons from the 30s and 40s and like retro cartoons. What I do most of the times is get to the place and like get the feeling of the people and I don't know, just to make it like more related. I got here and I started talking to people and like seeing like the music and the mood of the blues and there's like the cotton fields over there, like the graves. I went out with Stan, like in his bike, to the cotton fields. So went to the bars. I just got the feeling like this small bars, just like almost empty bars, but still blues going on, and all this really special characters just playing the music.
I think the way I like to paint is mostly like geometrical and abstract stuff. So because I'm a designer, so I try to do constructions and some creative images based on their geometrical stuff. Each of us are our own style, but try to mix it a little bit. So basically, Era is doing like the lady with the cat, Gerson is doing the fly with playing the trumpet, and I'm trying to do like the whole background, so my geometrical art is gonna fit and it's gonna be like one complete work. Okay, so we're gonna have 5 more minutes so you can finish your drawings and then we're going to the wall, right?
Well, what's going on here is our visiting Colombian artists working with the Griot and Meraki after-school programs. All 4 of our artists have worked with a lot of children in Colombia in different parts of the country, and they all like working with kids. So it was one of the first things they asked me about was would there be an opportunity or reason for them to do some kind of workshop with kids while they were here. And we thought, good idea, set this one up.
People of all walks of life, everybody, no matter who, no matter what, people that you wouldn't necessarily expect would appreciate street art have been just overwhelmingly supportive, and I just feel like that brings the community together.
What people have always associated Clarksdale with is the blues, and I think that this will help introduce people to the art of Clarksdale and how there are so many creative people here that are using their art to make a difference here.
Just to see the excitement and the, I guess, energy that's coming from the artists painting downtown is a great thing to see.
It's a really nice town. People are really nice. It's a really small and quiet and peaceful town.
Also the music, you can really live and feel the music here. That's so cool.
This temple is a very good illustration that there are lots of cultures making contributions to Mississippi right now. Now, Hinduism originated in India and then started in our state in the 1960s. And so far has culminated in this, the construction of the very first authentic Hindu temple in Mississippi, in Rankin County. Now, in our next story, we meet another group sharing their beliefs and their culture in a surprising and peaceful location in Batesville.
I've been coming to Magnolia Grove Monastery since 2011. My sister signed up to come to the Thich Nhat Hanh retreat in 2011, and my mother called panicky and she said, "Your sister's trying to go to a Buddhist retreat. You have to call her and you have to get her to not go." And so I called my sister and she told me about a day of mindfulness and invited me to come to the retreat, just hear Thich Nhat Hanh speak. It was the first big retreat that he had here at Magnolia Grove. And so I came to the day of mindfulness, and they had a big tent set up in the back where the meditation hall is now. And everything that he said was so interesting, and it was so insightful.
We know that a healing environment is very important for all of us. That is why it's very important to create a healing environment. When you build a Sangha, when you build a practice center, you create such a place.
I've been coming to Magnolia Grove Monastery for about 8 years now, often coming to retreats. Instead of going to Disneyland like some people do for their holidays, I like to come here. It gives me peace, it helps straighten my life. The teacher, the principal teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, he's a scholar. He speaks 7 languages. He's written many books, and he was involved in the peace movement in Vietnam. And he was a friend of Martin Luther King.
We have this beautiful statue of our teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, and Dr. King, because of the deep, meaningful, and impactful relationship that the two of them had. And they're standing there holding a scroll that says, "Beloved community." To build a Sangha or to build a beloved community is the most noble task. Dr. King talks about the beloved community. And what does that mean? How we embrace each other. The interconnectedness and the interbeing of all of us, regardless of our stripes.
And that's one of the things that really attracted me, to be honest, is the inclusiveness, you know, of Buddhism. You know, it doesn't discriminate. This property was bought in 2003 by the Vietnamese community. I don't know if they intended for it to be a monastery, but it was like a place for the Vietnamese community to get together. And most of the Vietnamese came here as boat people, as you know, from the Vietnamese War.
My parents, they are refugees from the Vietnam War. I grew up in Mississippi, not too far away from here, in Oxford, Mississippi. And the monastery was kind of formed or gathered by a group of Vietnamese families, like my parents and other families that wanted to have a community, a place where they can practice mindfulness and meditation together. And so we discovered this land here. We found this land, 118 acres, and we offered this land to Thich Nhat Hanh in the year 2005.
We had 3 monasteries in the U.S. The first one was Deer Park Monastery in Escondido, California. And then we also had Blue Cliff Monastery in New York. But here in Mississippi, around this area, they really wanted to have monastics to be here and having monastics to guide them in this area, so it is closer for them. So in 2010, the first group of 7 sisters came to Magnolia Grove. The name Magnolia Grove was from the lay people here because they say that around this area there are a lot of magnolia trees, so they wanted to name this place Magnolia Grove. Before it was Magnolia Village, but after that we changed it into Magnolia Grove Monastery or Magnolia Grove Mindfulness Practice Center. Yeah. So in our community, we practice mindfulness, and the teaching is not only from the talking, but we also consider the environment is also very important.
The teachings that they teach are just those things that you wish you knew in junior high school. Like if I would have only known all this stuff, like my life could have been so much better. Lots of times in Dharma sharing, there's always people who say, I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for these teachings. Just being mindful, learning all these concepts of love and compassion for themselves, compassion for others, have helped them be much happier. And learning how to do that is what you learn here. You learn how to actually live your life instead of just have it be a blur.
There's a lot of kindness, and there's a lot of compassion for where other people have been and what other people are going through and what other people believe. It's the practice, it's not the belief that matters.
No, you don't have to be a Buddhist to practice here. You know, we have had retreats where the people who come here for retreats are Christians, but they can relate to the Buddhist principles because the Buddhist principles are not foreign. It's something that's innate in all of us.
Every Sunday we have Day of Mindfulness. So if anyone would like to come, just easily visit our website, magnoliagrovemonastery.org. We open year-round, and we are very happy whenever we receive guests.
Well, for our final story, we're staying right here where we are at the Hindu Temple in Brandon, Mississippi, for their annual Festival of Spring. It's called the Holly Fest. It's a great chance for us to come together and enjoy the fun and the color of a tradition that comes to us from another culture, from another place in the world.
Holi is a welcoming the spring, and it's called Festival of Colors. And on a religious side, it is the victory over evil. So the good and bad, you have a victory over the evil and the good comes out. And on the cultural aspect side, the winter is just moving out. We are welcoming the spring with the onset of beautiful flowers, colors. So that is the significance of both on the religious side and on the cultural side.
It's done in India every year, all around the country, no matter which state you're in. It's one common thing that binds the Indians together too.
it's a welcoming of spring, and with spring you've got the colors, you've got multiple colors of the flowers coming out and everything, and so it's a blossoming of yourself. It's letting yourself open up to the spring is how I view it. Yeah, to colors, to life, to love. With the Hindus, like I say, it's about love and opening yourself up, and so it's really, we're pretty flowers, right?
This year, we have added cultural diversity. We have brought in teams from different regions of India, and we are projecting it in the form of entertainment this time.
We have about 10 or 11 performances on the stage that's planned this year, and it's going to be a lot of different kinds of dances, more Bollywood, but I'm looking forward to seeing the kids especially. We have more kids dancing than adults, but it'll be a good mix, I think, and we're looking forward to it.
I attended 2 years ago after meeting an Iranian friend, and she told us about it, and we came, and so we are returning.
People have been really waiting, and they are looking forward to be a part of this.
I heard on it Facebook. That was the first place we heard about it, and my wife spent some time in India, so I was familiar with it and some of the traditions of Hindu.
I'm visiting from out of town, and a friend brought me here that lives here. It's just something to do. It's very different. I didn't know that's something you'd find in the middle of Mississippi.
Well, even before coming today, I posted on Facebook and said, hey, if anyone wants to join me, you know, you guys should come join. Like, it's really fun, it's interesting, you know, to meet other people and just to learn about other cultures. Like, I've always wanted to expose my children to as much as I could. And before 2 years ago, I didn't even realize we had a Hindu temple here that we had access to. So, like I said, anytime we have an opportunity to do something eclectic, I'm there.
I know people have been getting a lot of information through social media, electronic media, and when they come here, we have the registration desk, and also we have set up a team with cultural ambassadors this year, because we have been getting a wonderful response from the crowd, and they want to learn more about it. And we have set up a cultural ambassadors team, and they are there ready, may I help you? And a lot of people want to learn what to expect. They come here, they don't know what to expect here. So we have a team of people who will take them around and show them what are the different varieties of foods that we have. And over a period of time, we are making it more enjoyable for people. And when you try to know something about it, you enjoy more about it.
Oh, it's a great time, great folks, wonderful tour. Got a tour inside the temple itself. Plus, we had lots of fun and throwing color over everybody and enjoyed it. We had a great, great time.
It was fun. Everybody was running around like little kids and enjoying it. And it just goes perfect with the weather, just with spring.
It is fun. The children were squirting everyone with water, and it's nice when people come up and they're like, Happy Holi, Merry Holi, and it's fun.
Enjoyed visiting with the people. They're very open and warm, and it was so nice to have them open up their temple to us and allow us to kind of see a little bit about the Hindu culture.
The world is a big family. And we are all part of that big family. That's what we want to bring in everybody here, to feel that we are all a part of a big family of the world.
Well, that's about all the time we have for our brief taste of international culture that has come to Mississippi on this episode. But if you'd like information about anything you've seen, contact us at mpbonline.org/Mississippi Roads. And make sure you like our Mississippi Public Broadcasting Facebook page also. And check out our Mississippi Roads Facebook page too. Till next time, I'm Walt Grayson. I'll be seeing you on Mississippi Roads.
Mississippi Roads is made possible in part by the generous support of viewers like you. Thank you.